Buenas tardes, and welcome to another episode of the Godfather Minute. With me, Alex Robinson.
And with me, Andy Robinson.
And today we're talking about minute number 22 of the Godfather. Oh yeah, we've been saying the Godfather Minute, but it should be the Godfather Part 2 minute.
We got to go back and redo them.
Start over.
Start over.
Go
ahead.
Minute number 22.
No. Start over with minute 1.
Minuto numero uno.
You got it.
That much I know. Uno?
You know what we need is uno. You know what we need to start doing?
What's that? What's that?
For example, for minute 22, you need to go say every episode like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up to that number in Italian.
Oh boy,
that's the best way to learn it every day. And then you can do them backwards. You can do it backwards, forwards, front and back. Tom Hagen will hire you as an accountant.
You know, you can count to Sicilian as fast as, even though look how smart he is.
Counting.
Sicilian numbers.
Tell us about the minute, Alex. Oh, perdon. Alex, repeat after me. E minuto. Numero 22. 22.
That's right. This is 22. I thought this was 21.
Yeah.
Okay. Minute 22, Frankie, Five Angels, reconnects with Fredo and immediately starts complaining about the food and how he can't get in to see Mikey. Mm-hmm. It is also revealed that Clemenza died of a heart attack off screen. Kind of, it's easier to forget that, but I guess if you were watching this for the first time, you're like, oh, I wonder where Clemenza. Oh my God.
That's true. Yeah. We're all waiting for him. We probably expect to see him on the dance floor.
Or at least in the judge's booth. Oh no, Paulie was the judge.
Paulie was the judge.
We won't be seeing him no more.
Well, he won't be judging no more.
That's why he showed up on the boat. He's like, I heard there was a dance contest.
Oh, that's what he does. He goes from Lake Tahoe town to town, just on a ship judging dances.
He's like the circuit. He has to go, I'm doing Carson City. I got to judge a dance contest.
Maybe he travels with the senator because the same the Sierra Boys Choir is on the same circuit as all those dance competitions.
If you heard there was going to be a dance judge in town, would you go and see how you ranked?
Oh, and have them judge me?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm sure there's one in town now, and I haven't gone. Sure, why not?
Well, it would have to be like, I'm sure there is one in town, but it's not like an open call announcement. Oh. This judge will judge anyone who dances.
Oh, that's
before
the purpose. Him. They're here for the express purpose for you to be judged.
They travel the state, going to different. It's like the circuit court of dance judges.
How does it work? By the way, I think it's great. There has nothing to do with dancing in this minute, but here we go. We're talking about how would it work?
Well, I guess there would be some kind of dance hall or dance studio or something. The judge would be sitting there behind a table, and you would go and say, I'm going to dance to, Everybody Wants to Rule the World by...
But do I have a partner? Do I have a partner?
It's up to you.
If I don't have a partner, do they provide one for me?
No.
You know, I always made money from my partners. They don't provide them, so I'm just up there tapping or breaking.
Well, you can bring a partner if it's part of your routine, but that seems like having them assign you a partner seems kind of like how they're doing all the work then.
Well, who are they judging too? Are they judging my partner, me, or are they
you?
Both of them? No, but I'm saying if I bring a partner and they say, oh, you all are an 8.7. Mm-hmm. Like, is that me? That's not me, Alex. That's my partner. I like how we keep connecting it back. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna go. I'll go to get judged.
I'll be your partner.
I don't even know what dance I would do. I don't think I do know how to salsa and merengue.
Oh, you do. That's right.
I do, but it's weird without a partner.
Well, you could you could find a partner who I assume you'd want to dance with a lady partner.
Yeah. Now, would I want to hire a professional to bump my score up? Because if you had the better dance partner you have, the better your score is going to be.
Not necessarily, because if the other dancer makes you look bad, you have to find a partner.
Make me look bad? No. I make you look bad.
If anything, I think you'd want to find a good partner, but who was holding back a little bit because they want you to shine. So not try to steal the spotlight from you. So think about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about who that is in the Godfather trilogy. Which characters?
Who's the best dancer?
Well, that, but also who does just enough to help their colleagues or partners look better.
Yeah. I would argue that possibly all the capo regimes are kind of like that because it's their job to support the dom.
I think you're right.
So,
who is the best dancer in the trilogy?
We
know the best dresser is Zaza.
You think Zaza is the best dancer?
No, he's the best dresser. Yeah, he's a man. I mean, wasn't that the whole thing? He gets on magazine
the Dapper
covers.
Don.
Yeah.
Well, but speaking of which, I gotta give Fredo credit for his dapper plaid jacket he's wearing here with cummerbund.
Yes.
And stash.
Yeah.
So points to Fredo.
Yeah. Now, would you have made that comment if Frankie Five Angels had not pointed that out to
that he looks terrific?
He says, "You look." Does he say terrific?
Yeah, I thought, or does he say you look great?
I have the script called up for this one because there's great dialogue.
Yes.
Like I said, I have the script here.
You look great. Ready to go.
You look great.
You look great.
By the way, no, I'm saying you look great, Alex.
Oh, thanks. It's all the dancing I've been doing.
By the way, I was thinking of that comment. Frankie Five Angels says, "Fredo, you son of a bitch, you look great."
Yeah.
You can't really say that anymore, can you?
Oh, what? You look great?
You really can't say that.
I think you can.
Are you sure? It can be most likely misinterpreted in every circumstance.
So you're saying if I saw you, let's say we were going out for our dance competition, and I saw you and I said, "You look great."
Okay, that one. Okay, give me a couple other scenarios where you think it would work. Within a relationship, you could say it. Although even that. So if I said to my wife, "You look great," and then tomorrow I don't say it, she might think, "Oh, why didn't he say it to me today?"
So you're saying,
and you definitely don't want to say it to anyone outside of your relationship because boom, there you go, lost workplace lawsuits, slaps in the faces.
What? So you're saying you won't give your wife compliments because then you'll have to compliment her every day.
Oh my gosh! Well, then she's the one who puts me in a position of having to lie because then I have to tell her she looks great every day.
Well, fall back on the Asperger's defense. You're like, if she's like, you say, "I told you look good, great, because you look great that day." You're like, "How come you didn't tell me I look great today?" Because you don't look great today.
Oh wait, I'm confused. Two things. Do you really want me to do that? And
yes.
Two, do you think I have Asperger's syndrome? Is it syndrome?
Syndrome.
Do you think I have that?
It's not important what I think. Anyway.
Whoa. Wow.
I'm just saying that.
What are you saying?
You should. I think you should. I think in this day, you should always tell people they look great.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is crazy. You know what I said to someone at work the other day?
What'd you say?
Someone at work came to me and said, "Hey, Andy,
how do I look?
There's a teacher here who has a headache, and we have a stash of like Advil and Motrin and all kinds of stuff at work." And she said, "But I'm looking at these and they're all expired. Do you have any aspirin or anything that I could give to this teacher?" And
I can't believe they would say that to you.
Well, I said to her, "You know what? I get why we have these medications here, but I wouldn't be giving a colleague medication. This is a public school district.
Yeah.
But even over-the-counter stuff, I would not do any of that. And it seems so stupid. Someone comes up, "Hey, do you have an aspirin?"
Because if they have a bad reaction, you want to be liable?
These days, you have no idea what's going to happen.
Wait, so it's not. So when you say these days, it's these days you'll get sued.
Yes.
Not these days aspirin could be poisonous. Not
Correct.
that kind of a
Correct. It's probably more likely to be safe nowadays, less tampered with. But I just think you just put yourself in a really tough position when you start giving out medication, and because we can't do that to students, unless you have training.
Training to give out aspirin.
Really. No, you really need training to give out medication to students
Wow.
at all. It's called medication administration training.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a 40-minute class.
So, but wait. So, how does this connect to the? I doubt someone's gonna have a bad reaction to someone being told they look
You're
great.
asking me. I'm the one with Asperger's. I don't know what we're talking about.
You were saying
it's similarly like the times have changed. Things you could do in Frankie Five Angels era: tell people they're great, give them drugs. You just can't do anymore.
But I think Fredo and Frankie do have a relationship.
Yeah, I do think that's fine.
I'll concede that back then, a gentleman could probably tell any lady, "Oh, you look great."
Yeah.
And whether with innocent intentions or with, this is getting the wedge in the door that's going to get me some action.
Wedge in the door. Wedge in the door. Santino, you with all your wedge in the door.
Yeah, like if I can understand how if you were like at the high school and one of the students came in, you're like, you look great. Like that could be actionable.
Yeah, although when I do say it, I do say it like that.
You do. And do you wave your hand like you touch something hot? You're like, ooh, you look great. Damn. You make a point of looking them over head to toe.
You know what you can't do anymore, Tim?
What?
You can't
even
hear
tap
the whole
someone's
thing
butt
out
in an affectionate way.
No. Hear the whole thing out before you react. You can't lick your finger, touch it to your shoulder as a joke, and go psst, like, whoa, too hot.
You can't?
You can't.
Why?
Because that doesn't make sense in the world of physics. First of all, you're probably doing it through your clothes, and then why would your own skin temperature burn another part of your skin?
Well, it's not burning your skin; it's burning the saliva on the end of your fingertip.
Oh yeah, I never thought of it that way.
But but then you could argue, how come it doesn't go as soon as you lick your finger? Is your torso hotter than your finger?
In your case, yes.
I look great.
You look great, Alex. By the way, I think we know the name.
Thank you.
I think we know the name of this episode.
I thought you were saying "you son of a bitch" because that I feel like is a more tough thing to say.
Oh yeah. Oh no way. Yeah.
But
you son of a bitch.
I think if you're, I don't know. I think if I hear an old person using an inappropriate phrase, I just tend to just roll my eyes and just be like, who cares?
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, hey, listen, Frankie, you really can't call Mama a bitch at Anthony's communion. No less. Yes, Fredo and his jacket. I want to get a plaid jacket like that.
It's so great.
It is.
He looks sharp. I'm assuming it's sharp at the time, right?
I can't tell. I can tell
dated
if it's
now.
Sharp or clownish, because none of Michael's not wearing a jacket like that. No one else is wearing a jacket like that. So the fact that Fredo's wearing it almost makes it seem comical.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you don't see anyone else.
It's hard to imagine, and it's hard to imagine Tom Hagen wearing a jacket like that, or Sonny or anyone else who was cool wearing a jacket like that.
There's only one other I could see wearing that jacket.
Who?
Mickey Mouse. Send Fredo to wear Mickey Mouse's jacket.
I could see Johnny wearing it.
Oh yeah.
Because it has a kind of, but again, it has a kind of theatrical weirdness to it.
It's very showy.
I think nowadays you'd be wearing it almost ironically. Look how cool this jacket is. It's so 50s throwback, but Fredo is not.
I think that's maybe your Halloween costume, that and the stash. That'd be great. And any time at the Halloween party you get introduced to someone, you go, no, I don't know him.
Or I think you say you would see me from across the room and go, Alex, you son of a bitch! I'm not complimenting on you on your appearance. But then Fredo then comes over and he goes, I thought you'd never be. I thought you would never come. I thought you were never coming out west. You big bum.
Yeah, that's great.
Big bum.
That's so great. You big bum.
Yeah,
a bum. You don't hear that anymore. bum.
I tend to use it when I discuss the homeless situation.
Yeah, I've heard a few people do that, but it seems sarcastic. Not sarcastic, just
It's ironic.
fun.
It's retro.
Yeah, it's retro.
If I was homeless, I'd be like, I'm a hobo. You know what I mean? Like hobo seems better than homeless.
Definitely, yeah.
Well, because first of all, homeless, you're identifying yourself by something you don't have.
Yeah, you're
which
right.
is you don't really do in a lot of other situations.
Yeah.
Like you should be focusing on the things you do have.
Yeah.
Like don't call yourself homeless. Call yourself you're a tent liver.
Yes. Or you have a free pass on the boxcars.
Oh, boxcars. Now we're
great.
talking
That's
some
hobo
real
territory,
hobo. You see,
right?
hobo seems like you're claiming it. You're like,
Yeah, own it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not limited by any rules. I'm a hobo. I live my life the way I want to. If that means
I like it.
If that means carrying all my belongings on a bindle on my shoulder, eating raw beans out of a can of beans, I'll do it.
What do they got in that little? What is it? A bindle?
Yeah. What are they
got
hiding
in there? What are they?
I have to assume it's just like stubs of cigars,
Maybe a penknife,
maybe a little
can opener,
can opener,
can of beans.
yeah, probably all that stuff.
I was listening to Roger Miller the other day.
Oh.
The iconic country pop artist.
King of the Road himself.
Yes, and King of the Road. I was thinking of that song. That's a hobo song. Mm-hmm. That's a great song.
Yeah.
I hope it lasts. I remember at some point you and I were talking about what music is going to fall by the wayside.
Oh, most of it will fall by the way.
Most of it will, yeah. But what a shame. There's some great stuff out there.
But the good news is that it will be reinvented by someone else years down the road.
Yeah.
So there's only so many notes out there.
There are only so many kings of the road.
Kings of the roads.
Would you rather? Never mind. Infinite spin-offs we could do in this show. What else you got? I got a few things.
Go ahead. Why don't you hit me with some?
Fredo never thought he was coming out west. Is that just as simple as it sounds? That parts of the family, different members are coming out west slowly, but he always thought Frankie is just an old school guy and is going to always live and die in New York.
Yeah, that's what I like. Do you think if Don Corleone had survived, would he have come west?
I think he would have sent Michael.
But he would have stayed at the compound.
I think he would have stayed in New York, yeah.
With his, what I gotta go out there for?
Yeah.
I got my tomato plants here.
Yeah. Papa's gonna stay home. And what else do I have? I love how did we talk about the joke yet?
No.
The Ritz cracker joke?
Oh, no.
You want to read it?
I don't know if I would go. Yeah, sure.
I've got the script.
Go ahead. Get a piece.
Yeah. A kid comes up to me in a white jacket, gives me a Ritz cracker and a chopped liver. He says, "Can of peas." I say, "Can of peas my ass. That's a Ritz cracker and chopped liver." Fredo laughs. I love the way Fredo laughs at this. He's legitimately humored by that, which is great. It's a funny joke. And then just at the end of that, you also see Cheech. Willie Cheech comes into the shot, and you see him laughing too.
Yeah.
It must be so fun to work for Frankie Five Angels. There's just so many great little moments.
Yeah. He's a character, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. I would have rather worked for Frankie Five Angels than Clemenza.
Although Clemenza does make a good sauce.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
Frankie didn't even prepare something when he knew I was coming. Canapes.
Yeah, tell me about canapes.
I looked it up.
Yeah.
And I was surprised. I assumed this was some Italian hors d'oeuvre. But
What
it's
is it?
French.
Oh.
French. Frankie Five Angels wanting French hors d'oeuvres.
More like Frankie French Angels.
Because he does after that go on about, he wants, what is it, peppers and
sausage.
What is that?
So peppers and sausage. By the way, you can't trust the subtitles in the version we're watching. Mm-hmm. It's peppers and sausage, which is sausage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
What did
the script does say peppers and sausage.
What did the subtitles
peppers
say?
and sardines. Yeah. Strange.
Weird.
Yeah. But I do think sardines are. I think Italians eat sardines. It's very common.
Oh yeah,
Is it sardines or anchovies?
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'll consult our Latin and Italian scholar Peter Carucci.
According to the Wikipedia, a canapé is French, and it's a small piece of bread, puff pastry, or a cracker wrapped around or topped with a savory food, typically held in the fingers and eaten in one bite. Under that definition, I think a Ritz cracker with the chopped liver on it does qualify as a canapé.
Whoa.
Sorry, Frankie.
Fredo, you have a chance to steal.
What is anchovies?
Yeah. How funny.
So canapés. Ritz cracker. You think they paid for that?
I was wondering, there are not many brand names you hear through. Are there any that you hear throughout the Godfather trilogy besides Sanka? We've already established Sanka.
Huh. That's a good question.
Yeah. You know what? Probably the first third of GF1, this did come up, and because we were joking about Sanka so much, I could not remember if there were any. I mean, Clemenza's pasta didn't have a name. Oh, it did. When Clemenza was cooking the pasta, he said, and finally you add your meat. And then, remember, he looks at the camera, he says, and there you have Clemenza's famous pasta.
That's our product for this week.
Is our product this week going to be a Ritz cracker and chopped liver?
There you go.
And we call it canapes, but we spell it differently. Just in case there are any litigious folks out there.
Here's what I'm going to say. It should be like Pringles.
Okay.
Where there's like a cracker and then the thing on top and then a cracker and then a thing on top. You know what I mean? Like stacked up.
Oh, so stacked Ritz crackers and chopped liver?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, because then it would be like a can of canapes.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like it would just be can
of canapes.
Yeah.
I like it. Or it would just be called canapes, but the can would be highlighted as, because part of the thing is it's a can.
So people would buy it thinking it was a can of peas.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, this is Ritz crackers with liver on top.
No, we wrote canapes on the label. You can't return it.
You know, when you were mentioning the subtitles, I think the subtitles actually, when he says can of peas, my ass, I think it's can of pea. Can of peas.
Yeah. It gets it wrong all the time. It did also, Frankie says, a kid in a white jacket comes over to me. They don't even mention like a kid in a white jacket in the subtitles.
I think sometimes the subtitles, I watch a lot of subtitles, and I feel like a lot of times they get rid of proper names, or they'll get rid of, because they almost like non-essential things, because I guess they have to, like, there might be a lot of dialogue and they're like, well, we can't have like a paragraph of stuff on there, so let's just make it shorter so people can read it quicker.
Just the most important information.
Yeah, so those little
so censorship.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right? For the hearing impaired.
Yeah, they can't handle the
lawsuit. Right?
So you're saying that yeah. Well, okay. I would say it's a separate but equal situation.
Okay. Tell me more.
Because they're basically enjoying a different movie.
Okay.
Then
is it equal? We know how that ended up with schools.
You're obsessed with school.
You can't say that. Oh, my head's killing me. Do you have an aspirin?
Not today. I was just looking it up. Ritz crackers were introduced in 1934. So by this time, by the time of Anthony's communion, Ritz crackers have been enjoyed for 20 years.
Wow,
an American tradition,
but still relatively new.
Yeah, still
20
relatively
years, not
new.
a long time.
For Frankie, of course, because I'm sure he's got to be in his late 30s.
Yeah.
So for him, like Ritz crackers are a
and he's dissing them here. He's dissing the Ritz cracker.
I assume
maybe
so.
Because it is so new. He likes the old handmade canapes, the one with like real French pastry. Yeah, but Ritz cracker, like, is it a Ritz cracker? Is it a Ritz cracker?
It should be I feel like it should be something Italian.
I'll ask Pete Carucci.
But I feel like the canapes should be something Italian.
Yeah, I mean, just because it's French doesn't mean that it's not eaten all over Italy.
Oh no,
or anywhere in Italy.
No, I agree. Yeah. But it would really underline the fact that later on he's trying to do a Italian song with the band, and they bust into Pop the Weasel. So it almost like he went there and he's like, play some Celine Dion. One of you guys, there's not one French musician in this whole group. You know, I mean, like it really needs to. I feel like it should.
That's funny.
Really emphasize it. That's
really funny. Frenchie 5 Angels.
Frenchie 5.
You see him with the beret.
Oh, that would be great if his brother showed up and his brother was like, it was French. He had like a beret.
Oh, he does have a kind of a beret looking thing.
It was the same actor, but just wearing a beret.
Oh.
It's my twin brother.
Yeah. My brother back in Sicily, he could have had his own boulangerie.
I want to see how many more French words you could pull up.
That's about it. You got it.
Oh, we. Move on
to Clemenza and the heart attack and all that stuff?
Yes, this is the first time we hear about Clemenza's death. And it made me wonder... I
have more questions than answers about this.
Well, go ahead. Ask me some questions.
You go ahead. Finish your thought.
Well, no, it made me wonder if this whole... It's a strange... So Frankie and Willie Cheech are both wearing the black armbands. Mm-hmm. So I assume he died fairly recently.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
But it's weird the way he like... So Frankie like gestures. He's like, look, see? Like he's almost like saying, look, I'm wearing an armband because Clemenza died. Mm-hmm. And like... I don't know, that's weird that he would point that out to Fredo, who I assume...
I don't think he was pointing it out to Fredo to inform Fredo.
Yeah.
He's just, it came up in this conversation, so he's just...
Yeah.
He was referencing that he's in mourning right now.
Right.
And he's very sad that Clemenza died.
Well, this whole thing, though, makes me wonder if this is needed in the movie. Because it feels like it's more for the audience than it is... like that Fredo needs to explain to Clemenza about him having a heart attack.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's more for like the audience is gonna be, well, wait a minute, where's Clemenza this whole time? Because he was very popular in the first movie, and so it's almost like they kind of have to explain, like, all right, Clemenza's not here. Oh, look, he just died, and I'm here now, and it's.
Well, I think they originally were not going to have that dialogue in there, but you know who lobbied and got it in there?
Mrs. Clemenza.
That's right. That's right. Don't forget the line about Clemenza dying. Yeah.
Is that your Francis Ford Coppola impression? Yeah.
No, it's Clemenza.
Oh, man. So much to talk about with this minute.
A little too much to talk about.
Well, too much certainly to fit in the first half of the show. So if you want to hear the second half of the show, go to godfatherminute.com/support. And there you'll have access to not just the rest of this episode, but all of the bonus content we've done, which has got to be hundreds and hundreds of hours by this point.
And with every new subscription to the Patreon, you get a free serving of Ritz cracker and chopped liver.
Or as we call them, canapes.
No!
What, you don't call them canapes?